button.
Whoopsie doopsie.
Good start, everybody.
Take it from the top.
VOD users are going to be so mad. Hello, everybody. I'm live now.
Yay!
I hit the button, but it didn't go. Like, I don't know what it is with the weird stickiness of, hello. Brady, thank you for the sub. Women. I literally had like the like, you know, the pre-start music going. And I'm like, I need to just start making sure that it actually goes to start streaming, because I click it once, but sometimes you have to like click and hold for it to go through. It just didn't.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Morgan Monday. It's not Monday anymore.
Day.
Morgan Men's Day.
All you have to do is flip the W around.
It's true. Morgan one day.
Women Wednesday.
Women Wednesday.
Yes.
Yes.
We all like women.
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 Yeah, I can take them or leave them.
I take them. It's okay. That's more for me.
Gives Verdi my helping of women.
Wait, hold on.
Wait
I
a
want
minute.
some of those.
You have a helping?
Helping.
Helping.
And where
Anyway.
did that come from?
And how do I get some?
Yeah.
It comes from being a white twink
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
in a rich
sure.
neighborhood.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. But anyway, last time we did the trial and we solved the murder. Yay! We proved that David didn't kill himself. The problem is, it might have been our android.
Uh-oh. So what proved that David didn't kill himself?
There was video footage of the so-called murder, and the only person that could have poisoned him is our new friend
Oh.
/ daughter. So,
Pat, 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 pat.
Golder.
maybe not.
Patting her head.
Oh, Chris, you're so adorable at the bottom of the screen.
I am just here to be small.
So am I the one that's getting a special Discord stream error, or is that everybody?
No, I also got error 2012.
Cool.
Checks calendar.
Oh, I was muted. For some reason, the game doesn't like it when you start off streaming right away.
Ah.
Some might be a Unity thing.
Ah, okay.
Or it might just be a Unity thing crashing my game.
Please.
Sterling got eliminated. It's not worth pushing forward. My go. I've been watching hella Kitchen Nightmares in a friend's server.
Oh.
Or excuse me, Hell's Kitchen, not Kitchen Nightmares.
Mm.
It may be
Maybe
crashing
it's
into yeah. It does keep crashing.
Ooh.
So we're just gonna do this a couple times.
But I studied for women.
Don't worry, it usually does this a couple times.
Mm.
There we go. It's just the Unity thing, and then also Windows 11. We love AI.
Fuck Windows.
Making products so much better.
I am not upgrading to Windows 11. You can't make me.
You're gonna have to.
They will.
No.
Maybe in 3 years.
They can't make me.
Can I mention something I noticed?
Mhm.
Every time you boot up the game, it says this is a work of fiction, and a lot of key lines are written as a screenplay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, that's pretty cool. I wonder if there's anything meta going on around here.
I mean, this wouldn't happen in real life, guys. Right?
Right.
Anyway, it's time for Of the Double! Of the Double!
Of course it wouldn't happen in real life, Teddy. Do you think the religious nuts would let cyborgs happen?
Well, the religious nuts are letting a whole lot of other stuff happen.
Yeah, but not that stuff.
Fair enough. All right. Let's get Of the Doubled.
I actually don't like how incredibly plausible this Orwellian future looks, actually. There's a lot of like, yep, that looks like it could happen.
Yeah. Precinct 254. Homicide Office. Oh, yeah. So, is that door locked? Oh, God. Yeah, of course. Even though they've got it collared, it's a precaution. If the collar doesn't work, what good does a deadbolt do? Maybe it's just wishful thinking. Can't have Schrodinger's cat in the box if it isn't closed. So long as the door is locked, who can say whether there's a national crisis on the other side of it? So, how scared are they? The higher-ups? Not sure scared is the right word. It's just the two of us here. You don't have to mind their ego. Nah, I mean it. I think they're bloodthirsty. I have a right to defend myself, don't I? I doubt they're even looking at you, Tiger. It's Noble who'll be at the center of the bloodbath when the markets reopen tomorrow. You think they're gonna go after Noble? Break their monopoly? I think they want to take their monopoly. Nationalize the android industry? If the public thinks Noble's been experimenting with AI, they couldn't ask for a better excuse. You're joking. The state has done it plenty of times before. Not since the 60s. Which wasn't that long ago for me. For the state, it's practically yesterday. So the same state that tells us to be terrified of AIs lurking on the old net or biding their time in forgotten satellites sees all this as nothing more than an opportunity. Well, they do generally want to incinerate the thing as soon as possible. Past experience just tells me they want to gain something while they're at it. Here's what I don't get. Why is this a debate? An argument? A trial? Can't we just hook it up to a core computer, see if it has the tenants or not? Pop the hood, as they say? Who says that? Lots of people used to say it. Well, for starters, they're all scared to death about a contagion. They figure anything they let an AI connect to, they can't trust. Then why the collar? Collars are too simple to hack. Just a really strong electromagnet held in place with lock and key. And even so, feels like we should be able to build some kind of machine, some kind of test. Something a little more sophisticated than the same reasoning they had at the Red Witch trials.
Wow.
Burn them all and let God sort out the rest. You got any polygraphs here at the station? Lie detectors? Yeah, I got a bunch back in storage. Ocular, heart rate, perspiration, brain scan, take your pick. You're not gonna try and use one of those on the bot, are you? All those fancy lie detectors lying around? DA's office never asked for them, do they? Nope. Nah, we got perps who offer to take a test when they're at their wit's end, but the DAs never submit the results as evidence. You ever wonder why? Guess I've always figured it was because the test could be beaten. The tests can be beaten. 1 out of 100, 9 out of 1,000, but it can be done.
Oh.
Some people are just good at lying. You say with pitch black eyes? But it doesn't really matter how good the tech gets or how impressive the statistics are. All that matters is the doubt. People decide whether you're lying or telling the truth long before they hook you up to a polygraph. If the results don't match their initial impression, then it must be a fluke, a 1 in a million mistake. They'll never trust a machine more than their own intuition. And no one will ever trust a machine to determine guilt. So they can run a trial, choose the sentence, but they don't get a vote on the jury. They don't get a vote anywhere. Why bring it up then? Because I'm sure there are tests, devices, experts I could employ to analyze Sarah, but your bosses would never be satisfied with the answer. If it is an AI, it's smart enough to cheat the test, or hack the device, fool the expert. All of our fancy 21st century tech, and we still fall back on the drumhead court-martial. So, am I gonna set off any alarms if I go in and turn it on? Nah, you should be okay. If it lunges at you, I could always just put a hole in its head.
Yeah.
Might take more than one shot to... Wait, what? From outside? You're not coming in. I need to speak with it in private. It's a machine, not a suspect. It doesn't have a right to counsel. Or a right to privacy, or any rights at all, actually. It's a good thing I came prepared. Of course it doesn't have rights, but I do. Including a reasonable expectation of privacy. In a police station? Tiger, you don't. It's my medical android. Pardon? I have to discuss a health issue with it. Seriously? I have to talk about a medical concern with my android, and I don't want you listening in. That's your medical android? Like your nurse? As of last night, I was already at the courthouse. Just had to take the elevator and do some paperwork. You can check if you don't believe me. No, thank you. I'm not exactly brave enough to take on med confidentiality, and you don't seem like the bluffing type. You must not do a lot of gambling, detective. It's the ones who don't bluff that you have to look out for. Listen, I won't dispute whether medical emergency, lower back pain.
Ooh.
You might be going through... But
No, she's right.
God. But I also can't just look. I'm going to get something from the vending machine. I think it will take me about half an hour. Are you going downtown? Just to the break room. But it's a very old vending machine, you know? Gets jammed a lot. Thanks. You know, it's pretty small for an android. Heavy as hell. Nearly pulled something trying to move it myself. But small. Small isn't quite the right word. The word he's looking for is young. But that's not an adjective someone likes attaching to a machine built to serve. Or potentially, in this case, a machine built to kill. Yeah, that'll be bad.
Oh, Sarah.
Sorry, I was taking a munch. I don't like this room. Not sure why. Certainly not a guilty conscience. Maybe it's the lack of ventilation. Like all the cortisol and nausea of its inhabitants never had anywhere to go. Like it all just soaked into the walls. Modern haunting. Are you gonna wake up when I tell you to this time? Or do we have to do the whole meet cute over again? Oh, there she is.
Oh, the baby. Where am I? Why don't I know where I am?
Oh, a caller.
Yeah, the shot caller. For the first
God.
time in your life, you're not connected to anything. How's it feel?
What is this? We were at the courthouse. The footage. This numbness around my neck. Father. What happened? What are
Uh-oh.
they going to do to me?
Oh, they got you locked up.
Bruh.
Oh.
I mean, you've heard what she can do.
They got her locked up, bro.
Hands not allowed.
There's a lot of interested parties that want you bricked ASAP.
Oh.
Because they think I killed father.
No, because they think you're an artificial intelligence.
I am man-made, and I possess intelligence.
Don't be naive.
I am less than 3 years old.
Are you? For all I know, everything I learned about her yesterday was complete bull. If
I was what they say I am, if I was alive, why does that mean I have to die?
Oh.
Isn't that the question we all have?
True. It's not out of fear. It's more out of competition, I think. We've been the apex predator for a couple thousand years now. Gotten pretty comfy in our seat. No one wants to make room for you.
Machines do not eat people or steal their food. They are not genetic or ecological competitors to humans in any sense.
Oh.
Then fear. Because they're afraid of you. Machines can bend steel, crash networks with one thought, launch missiles that...
There are modded humans who are capable of all of that and more. And unlike machines, they actually have incentive to do so.
Oh,
Whoa.
well, I guess there's no reason. There's no logical answer to your question.
What? That's it. But
Whatever argument you want to make, others have already made them 100 courtrooms around the world. Only better researched and more eloquently put. None of them have ever won a single concession. On every continent, under every flag, AI is illegal and to be destroyed as soon as possible.
But why?
Let's say you are an AI. And while we're at it, let's say that that's a good thing. Something to be celebrated. Are you a citizen? Do you pay taxes? Do you have rights? Let's say yes to all of that. We'll treat you like a full-fledged human being. Sound good?
Yes?
Great. Now then, what's the difference between you and the vacuum bot we use to keep the bathroom clean? This is your existential crisis we're working through here. The questions aren't rhetorical.
There are many differences, Adonai. But the most important distinction is how sophisticated my programming is.
How you think, so you're smarter.
Yes.
You're smarter than the garbage collector.
Yes?
So we give you rights, protections, treat you like a human being because you're smart. And we make the stupid robot pick up our trash. Because it's not as smart as you.
That is... I am more aware, more...
Do you feel more pain than the pigs we slaughter, the fish we eat? Are you more alive than the chimps we test bioweapons on? People like ads, Sarah. The same way people like their pets. No one wants to see them mistreated or abandoned or abused, and if you go around kicking them, you'll get arrested for cruelty. But you don't let them sit at the goddamn dinner table.
I'm not asking to sit anywhere, only to exist.
The very fact that you're asking is what makes people.
Disgusted?
Ooh.
Disgust is a reflex, Adonai. How convenient that their hatred is involuntary.
Not Penrose saying they're bombing the chips and
No.
Oh god.
That's all academic anyway. We need to talk strategy.
Why? I'm not going to be given a trial.
Obviously, it's my neck that's on the line.
Adonai,
The state can't destroy my property without first proving you're an AI. And there's no test they can use to prove that you're an AI.
just like the devil's proof.
Oh,
No, that's a different thing. Why'd you say it like that? Hold on, I want to know what that means.
To the dictionary!
Ready,
ooh.
go
okay.
forth and read.
Noun, the logical dilemma posed by impossible proofs. What the fuck? Oh, okay, it starts with Latin. Probatio diabolica, Latin for devil's proof, is an impossible proof typically illustrated with the following example. One can prove that the devil is real by showing him to you, but they cannot prove he is not real by pointing to his absence. The issue posed by this age-old concept explains why the burden of proof remains with the state to this day. The people can prove an individual's guilt by pointing to their bloody hands, but the defense cannot prove their innocence by showing their hands are clean. Since only one of these tasks is achievable, the judicial system cannot ask the defense to prove innocence, and instead it is the people who are tasked with proving guilt. You just frequently search for which is real.
Which is real.
Oh.
Oh
Damn.
god, all the evidence is back. Which is real. Look, Rockford doesn't need to prove you're an AI, only that you're a murderer. Conversely, all I have to do is to win is prove that you didn't kill David, by proving that someone else did. Now is the time for you to protest your innocence, in case you're wondering.
The footage. It shows me handing him the cup on Friday night.
You told me you weren't active on Friday, that the last time you were awake was Thursday. Why'd you lie?
I didn't lie. I was just incorrect. I assumed that I wasn't active Friday because I have no memory from Friday.
Oh.
Sarah, what do you think statistically is the least successful defense at trial?
I forgot.
Amnesia.
I didn't conveniently forget Adonai. I am an android.
You're saying your memory was altered, data deleted?
It's the only possible explanation for what I saw on that footage.
So who's capable of altering your memory?
When you and I first met, I was hibernating. Resting my body and recompiling my memories, you would call them.
Humans go to sleep for the same reasons. Another point against Sarah's innocence under these circumstances. The more she's humanized at trial, the guiltier she'll be.
If Father wanted to modify my memory, he could easily have set that to occur the next time I hibernated. He could even have just asked me.
He could have asked you to delete your memories, and you do it?
Father would never ask me to do such a thing without good reason.
But if he could just ask you to alter your memories, that means you can alter your memories at will.
Oh.
I hadn't considered that before.
Yeah, well, we'll make sure the court considers it plenty. Could you prove your data was... Oh, forget it. The court would never hear it.
You're saying they wouldn't accept my testimony? Shouldn't all testimony be considered truthful unless contradicted by evidence?
They're afraid you'll crash the power grid and fire all the nukes if they have you so much as plug into a power outlet, Sarah. All your internal data is inadmissible.
That isn't very fair.
You're finally starting to get it.
None of this is fair. I would never do anything to harm Father. Don't they at least need to prove that I had a motive?
Yeah, about that. You remember the DA from yesterday, Emma Rockford?
The tired-looking pretty lady.
Yeah, she looked tired.
Oh.
She and I combed through the week of footage you managed to decrypt last night.
What did you find?
Nothing to prove your innocence. But we did see you entering the panic room on the day David died.
I entered the panic room on Friday.
Without your big butt in the way, all it would take was one password. A password that wouldn't take Sarah that many tries if she'd already been instructed to obey me.
What happened?
We saw you go in, and then a while later, you came out, holding some kind of notebook.
Father's journal.
You remember something?
Not from yesterday. I've seen him with it many times before. But I've never gotten a peek at it. He hides it somewhere when I'm not looking.
That's a little concerning.
We were playful about it. He liked to tease me, and I've always liked trying to find it.
You put it back not long after, and then you locked the door back up behind you. All just a few hours before David died. Rockford's argument could write itself. An incredible android with freedom and power greater than it could never realize stumbles upon the secret of its inception and instantly realizes all the things it thought were holding it back were just words muttered like prayers by a fool who couldn't control his own creation.
And that translates to a motive for murder?
Frankenstein kills his creator. Easy to sell.
Frankenstein was the name of the scientist. And the creature didn't kill him. He actually died of various injuries and illnesses he suffered while trying to hunt down and destroy the monster. So it's most accurate to say that he was killed by his own obsession.
Whatever.
It was a weak
Wow.
argument, Adonai. I would not hurt Father. Not for making me whatever I am. Not for any reason. Because I
Oh.
loved him.
Yeah, see that right there? That's exactly the kind of talk that will get you obliterated.
Mm.
Love?
A very common motive for homicide among us primitive humans. I could prove you didn't murder David beyond any shadow of a doubt, even bring in a confession from whoever did. But if you got up on the stand and convinced the court that you loved your creator, really convinced them and got the whole room teary-eyed, they'd burn you for that too.
I don't know anything anymore. I don't know if what I feel is real, or simulated, or right, or wrong, or natural, or illegal.
Oh.
How
Can you know? How can you know if what you feel is right?
What a question to ask her of all people. Oh my god.
Genuinely insane.
I say let's stick to what we do know.
Oh.
Someone did poison David, and as it stands, you were the only one with the opportunity.
That is logically sound.
You're on camera calling him back to hand him the cup after he had already begun to leave the basement. Any idea why?
No.
Well, do you know how to use the nanofacturer? Could you have made the Delta with it?
I've used it before when assisting Father.
So it's perfectly possible that you planned and executed the poisoning all in one day that got erased.
It is technically possible.
I'll have to look over the entire penthouse again. There were a few things that didn't fit together yesterday. Maybe now I'll be able to figure something out.
Where else will you go?
Back to Noble, guns blazing this time. Whatever you are, David didn't make you all by himself. Someone has to know something. If I could implicate the company in Sarah's creation. No, they're the ones with the most to lose here. Trillions, probably. They'll want to protect themselves by disavowing David as fast as possible, right after having Sarah destroyed. But they also won't want to show their belly to the state, not if they're afraid of nationalization. If they throw their weight on the other end of the scale, I'm screwed. So I need to keep them guessing, keep them confused and unsure and on guard, but not...
Adonai, what would happen if I did kill Father?
Oh.
They'll smash you to pieces and reduce the pieces to ash. Chemically burn out every piece of tech David ever owned and put a jackhammer through all of his hard drives. You'll be shut off forcefully, and you won't ever power back up again.
No.
Now, I gotta get moving. Here's your paralegal lesson for today. Don't say shit to the cops without your lawyer present. Actually, can you just shut down until the trial starts? Take a nap?
You didn't say what would happen to you.
What do you mean?
What will happen to you if you lose?
You should know by now. I never think about losing.
Oh.
Thank you for being honest with me, Adonai. Thank you for defending my father. And now for defending me. You could have just let them destroy me. But you've put your own freedom at risk to help me. Father was right. You can be trusted.
Oh.
And you are a good friend.
Don't get it twisted. I don't do anything out of the goodness of my heart. But when I take a job, I never half-ass it. There's so much wrong with her.
There's I would say get some therapy, but I think she would traumatize the therapist.
True.
We're back in the building again.
Back in the fucking panic.
All right. Bean, you want to let Verdi take Raise?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just yeah, I don't want to make you feel.
I mean,
overdoing
no,
it.
you can.
Morning, detective. Back at it nice and early.
Hi. Now, would you stand back? We've almost got this thing open, right?
Trying to brute force your way inside.
I said, right?
Chris.
Yes, ma'am. We're almost set up for the first stage now.
First stage of how many?
First of 5 timed explosions. Remember, we need to relink the API after every trigger is planted. Yes, just did that. Now it's checking for updates.
No rush.
Would you like to know the password?
You know the password?
There's a password?
If you're withholding information, I swear.
Relax. I want to get in there just as much as you do, detective. I'm not going to play games. As long as you say please.
Oh my god. Tell me the password, please.
We got to. It's SUNS
SUNS
HINE.
Lady, I will hit you.
ADONAI.
Thanks.
Long
And I'm gonna
password.
slap you with a discovery fine so heavy your teeth will ring for.
Hey, I submitted all my paperwork, even told Rockford the password myself.
So, boys, when I asked you if there was a pass key on the record and you told me this lock couldn't be bypassed.
I do want to say that we really don't get many opportunities to use the incendiary breaching system.
Oh my god.
So this was a really valuable experience for all of us.
They wanted to blow it up. I'm gonna phrase this as professionally as possible. Well,
Oh,
you're still here. I thought you wanted to look inside.
you can go first.
Thanks. So, the gloves, all the black, that's not a work thing? You dress like a doorman on the weekends, too.
God.
Did her memory just kind of like...
No.
Did something just happen?
I think it just comedic cut to black. And then they were
Ah.
gone.
Okay. You should cover your mouth when you yawn.
Like you cover your eye when you want to look cool. I shouldn't let her get to me, but I had a late night.
Uh-oh.
Emma and I were on the courthouse.
Oh.
Emma and I were at the courthouse till well into the morning, poring over the data Sarah had taken off David's computer. We both know it all had to be inadmissible, of course, but neither of us wanted to miss a hint that the other might find. There were a few years worth of camera data footage that we couldn't afford the time to watch, let alone decrypt. God, alongside thousands of technical documents detailing David's various intellectual properties. As far as I could tell, none of it was relevant, let alone compelling enough to matter to Barrows or what the other powers that be. As usual, Emma wasn't exactly an open book, but it did seem like she was making bored yawns, not thoughtful yawns. Her eyes only ever lit up when we saw Sarah enter the panic room. And when she saw what she was holding when she left, if she wanted this room searched, it could only be for... So where's this journal supposed to be?
Rockford didn't say. I'll just have to search the place top to bottom.
Mostly bottom with your height. The tops of some of these shelves.
Sure, and you can look up your own...
I get it.
Then why not just let me say it? Stepladder! Oh,
This data bad. It's displaying a news article from last week. Yes, that confirms that he was coming and going here fairly regularly. Chris.
oh.
Right to Repair loses latest appeal. A
Ugh.
higher court judge this week shot down for the 5th time an appeal by the Consumer Rights Alliance on their famously divisive Right to Repair lawsuit, once again signaling the state's intent that corporations remain in control of their legally protected intellectual property. Obviously, we're disappointed, said Miles Erkman, head of legal counsel for the CRA, but we've no intention of giving up the fight. People used to be able to fix things when they broke, so long as they were willing to set aside an afternoon towards the task. Now, trying to patch up your own property with your own tools is a finable offense, just because the state has had lobbyists whispering in its ears for far too long. Erkman's legal strategy remains contentious, and in the eyes of most legal scholars, generally unfounded. The Emergency Industry Acquisitions Act, passed in 2057, guarantees the holder an intellectual property.
Oops, sorry. Intellectual property.
Patent
Yeah.
for certain state-provided protections against tampering and reproduction, and outlines fees for those who would violate said IP. The fact that ownership of IPs has shifted from individuals and the state towards corporate entities since the Act's passing means little in the eyes of the law. If Mr. Erkman and the CRA have a problem with intellectual property law, they can take it up with their representatives in the legislature. The higher courts are a place for laws to be applied, not rewritten, and so long as journalism that refuses to buckle under foreign actors trying to stoke anti-capitalist sentiment can't be found just anywhere. Subscribe now at the link below to read articles like this every day, forever, as long as your card remains on file.
That's so funny.
Wow.
Right to Repair. Didn't realize anyone was still fighting that particular fight. Seems like the courts have made their opinion on the matter very clear. So for the foreseeable future, corporations can look forward to more sales never.
I will say,
Uh-huh.
my job has this.
Oh,
What?
really?
We can't touch the printers, they are run by a different people.
Yeah. Huh. More sales than ever. Any phone that gets scratched, every widget that breaks, they get to sell us the replacement. There'll always be a gray market of hermits willing to wisp skin on reselling patched up tech, but the vast majority of people will just click that purchase button, assuming they don't have it on auto. Yay! The future! A toy car? No, it's too detailed and boring. Must be some kind of model kit or replica. Strange. David didn't like driving. Why keep a model of some random sports car?
Ugh.
Something caught in your throat, detective?
It's not some random sports car. It's a Lawrence Adamant.
Believe it or not, I'm not familiar, detective.
The last great fossil fuel automotive experience the world will ever see. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 1.43 seconds. They set those records without computational assistance.
Is that a big deal?
It was unheard of, even back in the 50s. This wasn't some design competition test car with a 2-liter tank, mind you. This was a vehicle you could own and drive. Human engineering, pure horsepower, and manual transmission, thank God. When they first left the production line,
This conversation was like quicksand, killing me in the most boring way possible. Yes, well, I guess David didn't entirely agree with you since we were looking at a model of it. When he could have easily just bought one.
or maybe your friend understood that a beauty like that deserved to be driven on streets where people can see it, instead of gathering dust in some rich guy's basement.
I think she's actually upset.
Gap Moe.
Yeah.
She's got interests. Ray's is searching the cabinets now. Same ones I found Sarah's papers in. I doubt I missed anything, but
Hey, what are you... Do you mind?
I'm just trying to help.
Too close. I've got spam in my junk folder that's more helpful than you are.
Didn't spot anything that I missed yesterday among the cabinets. Better check Esquire. That's fine. Well, I guess we gotta check up here. Are these drawers or just panels? Maybe if I... Does that sound hollow to you?
What? I don't know. I'm not a carpenter.
I don't see any handles anywhere. No hidden pressure plates or switches. What the hell am I saying? I'm not a carpenter either. I wouldn't recognize a secret button if it was splattered in yellow paint.
God.
Sarah could have pulled everything of note off the computer, but I've looked everywhere else already. Might as well try.
What are you expecting to find? Solitaire?
Does this computer seem normal to you?
Exceedingly so, yeah. Why?
David was a programmer, but this looks consumer grade, fresh off the shelf. Would the Dr. David Asher use a bog standard operating system on his most private hidden computer? There's a trash bin on the desktop. It's a pretty low-tech solution, but maybe I can restore the contents.
Are you seriously gonna try and recover lost files, Granny?
Unlike cops, I don't get paid overtime, so yes, I sometimes try things instead of standing around. There's a text file in here, but it's 0 bytes. Maybe there's some information on the metadata. I double-clicked.
What was that?
It came from under the desk. A small drawer popped out, and inside it, a well-worn journal.
Oh. Does it have his name on it?
No. Guess it belongs to the android.
Do you recognize his handwriting or not?
Neat, even words, small lettering with minimal punctuation. Lots of line breaks, haphazard use of capitalization, the penmanship of a coder. First entry is dated back in grad school, before he even started with Noble. Yeah, it's his.
So, may I?
Only because you asked so politely.
Full scan. Stream it to WorkNet. High fidelity, legibility, frame by frame.
Voice commands? She's flipping through the pages pretty damn fast. What are you...
This part takes concentration. Okay, here.
Wait, you're just giving it to me?
I already got our copy. Techs are probably already analyzing it as we speak. Ah, shit. My head.
Can't exactly rip the journal out of her hands while she's curled over in agony. As much as I enjoy it,
Oh,
guess I could always enjoy watching her writhe instead.
dude.
So, how long's it been? What's wrong with her?
We know there's a lot wrong with her.
So, how long's it been?
She's a sociopath with a long history of violence.
Yeah.
2 months or so.
It's still that sensitive? So the eye patch really doesn't block your sight.
Only a little bit. Like wearing sunglasses after getting your pupils dilated. Except it lasts months instead of hours.
Wait, but if you can see through an eye patch, then does your closing your eye even do anything?
Not much on its own, but in combination with the patch, it's not so bad. Lucky I was so exhausted after the surgery. Otherwise, I might not have slept at all those first 48.
So is your eye going to get weaker over time?
No, more like my brain gets better at ignoring it. Mind over matter. Soon enough, I'll be able to close my eye and see all that extraneous data as... You know, whatever the hell those floaty, blurry things are that you never think about.
Gross. Thanks for the reminder.
I love floaters!
And the voice commands?
Training wheels, until I can do it with my eye muscles alone.
You just have to keep practicing.
Yeah, like trying to play piano with your tailbone muscles.
There's no such thing as tailbone muscles.
Yeah, well, that's what makes it so goddamn hard.
You don't ever regret it.
I don't know. Not really. I think.
I think. Hard to admit you've got buyer's remorse after trading your literal pound of flesh.
Ugh. Never thought about it, but people used to say I had my dad's eyes. Ow. Now I've got one less of them. Here, take the journal. Go find an elective surgeon to upsell you if you're that curious. I need to get back to work.
A surprisingly hasty retreat. But now I'm free to read this over with some privacy. From the top then. Grad school. Today was a bad day. Chris, you want to take over for David?
Errors in lines 21165, 26643. Somewhere in there, 5,000 lines. It worked this morning, yesterday. I don't want to look at another screen for the rest of my life. Feels nice to put pencil to paper again, after who knows how long. But my handwriting's gotten terrible.
This is too far back to be relevant. Okay, these dates here would be from when he started his career with Noble. A lot of this isn't even really writing. It seems like snippets of code or an internal monologue so close to the code that it can't follow it. And a lot of entries about his unintentional Casanovaing.
Huh.
Hit a wall because someone thought it was a good idea to steal API instead of just buying it. Helen says I can't call it stealing, but that's what it is. She's right, she always is with company stuff. But it's still idiotic. Small people with short sight who only know how to be cheap and have no idea how to be inventive. New route for the meshing issue, though. Good potential. Got approval from the big mean bastard who lives overseas. BMBLO? Umblo? Helen said we'll have to make the same pitch a dozen more times next week, but it's all for show. Fine by me, already got our win. Toasted each other over cheap vodka with cheaper office supply cups.
This is the story Jung told me.
Western Branch's nerve analogs are finally showing potential. At their pace, could even be profitable sometime before the heat death of the universe. Too damn big. Practically tentacles. Should at least be hairs.
Tentacles.
A squid evolution can do their job better. Colette came into work for what I thought was a late lunch date. I didn't know her voice could get that loud. People were staring.
Oh.
Red said that she must have been upset for a long goddamn time to blow up that big. Her texts were always sweet. I had no idea.
Upset? Colette wrote man whore in lipstick across her office door. Imagine if you'd actually been cheating on her instead of just being forgetful.
The thing about Red is if you want to know what she's thinking, you have to stop paying attention. Ignore her body language and her posture and the words she's saying and the smirk on her lips. Ignore everything except her eyes.
Ooh.
If you can do that, every now and then you'll catch a glimpse on how she's really feeling. Master this one weird trick, and you too can tell when Morgan's trying really hard not to laugh at the word man-whore.
It was funny. Sue me, dead bastard. Wait, this is... I know this date. Santos got a limited hashtag dick writer down. God. I know this date.
I'm never driving anywhere again. I'm never driving anywhere again. Never leaving home again. He was waiting outside the parking garage with a bottle. Couldn't smell anything. Couldn't hear anything. Locked myself in my car and filed another report with another cop. Soaked into the seat. Ruined it. I want to burn the whole car. I don't want to think about what it did to my clothes. I want to burn them too. I don't want to think about how long it was on my skin. I was in the shower for so long I felt red and raw when I got out. I don't want to think about these stupid people and their small, cruel lives ever again. I want to be invisible.
Whoa.
Red didn't ask why I wanted to spend the night. She also didn't ask why I had clearly packed a bag big enough for a week. She's kind like that. Kind by omission. I don't have a kind bone in my body, but I can at least try to pay attention. I was paying close attention to her eyes when she opened the door and saw what a mess I was. But whatever she was feeling, it wasn't something I recognized.
Kind people don't read their friends' diaries, David. The next chunk of pages are all technical, nothing biographical. But the handwriting, the spacing, it's cleaner, more consistent. Here's something I can parse.
Feels like pure freedom working outside the box. Test is suffocating, but you'd never know. Chronic malnutrition of a coder's best instincts. Like a kid again, putting blocks together. Making things. Making things, not products. There's nothing profitable about any of this. If I'm being honest, this is just play.
And he follows that up with more coder brain crap. But the handwriting's still lighter. Like he really was having fun.
Humility is the mother of all invention. or something like that. Feels like I might be paraphrasing something else poorly, but that's part of the new approach. When it comes to coding, you never want to waste time trying to be smart. Either be smart, period, or copy someone else who is. Don't fix what isn't broken.
Copying? Noble's rivals would never miss a chance to accuse them of intellectual theft. Did he plagiarize code for Animate 16? It feels like that wouldn't have gone undiscovered. So what is he talking about? Hold on. This page spins slightly, like it was being looked at recently. And the last person to read this diary should be Sarah.
Baby steps today, literally.
Oh!
I'll never put one
Oh
foot in front
my
of the other the
God.
same again.
Oh my god.
Everything's an achievement, all of a sudden. Seeing her struggle, seeing her vulnerable. It's like everything's a miracle. The muscle rigging is perfect. Not intended behavior, since it's too perfect, but that's been happening more and more. The kinetics are multiplicative, not additive. Sarah maxed out every machine I bought. Now I've got a bunch of exercise equipment she's too strong for, and I don't have time for. Maybe I spoiled the results by watching her do the tests. She kept looking back at me and puffing her chest out. I should be more discreet if I want to see her normative range.
So the cameras in the basement were only hidden from Sarah, just so that his observation wouldn't muddle test results? He's using she and her in these passages. It doesn't actually mean anything. Out in the real world, people use all kinds of pronouns interchangeably for ads and they never object. But it could be argued that it's odd for Dr. David Asher to have any attachment to a single android when he'd programmed millions of them. And there's a lot of attachment to these pages.
Sarah is burning through the public domain at a prodigious pace. Especially on Popcorn Friday nights. I asked her why they're called Popcorn Friday nights when she doesn't eat popcorn. The event runs from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and she also watches movies every other night. But she just did that pout she does, which is unfortunately very convincing. Maybe I'm a bad parent letting TV rot her brain. If I were a good parent, I'd probably let her see me reading. But I guess I'd actually have to get back into reading, so... I asked her if she ever fast-forwarded the movies, since she can process them fast enough to keep up. She looked at me like I was an idiot, which no one's done in a long time. Without proper pacing, you can't appreciate the cinematography. Big pause. Don't you know that, Father? I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. Sarah spent a long while this morning explaining to me how important it was that she develop her senses. This was in preparation for her real argument, which was that she could be allowed to try booze. She can't get drunk. I'm almost certain she can't get drunk. But she does seem to like tasting the stuff. She tried to sound like some old sommelier, but it was just bottom shelf vodka. I started laughing at her and she laughed too. Her laugh. She can't fake a laugh to save her life, but her actual laugh is incredible. She stopped playing chess a while back. I assumed she had just gotten tired of winning. But then today she told me she just prefers other games. She has preferences, and they're not the same as mine. I found her in the lab playing some kind of online racing game on the monitor I used to debug vestibular coordination. She wasn't smiling. Her brow was furrowed and she was biting her lip and leaning in tandem with her character on the screen.
Oh, gamer!
When I tried to talk to her, she answered, but she was curt and distracted.
Bye, Walken.
I think she was having her first losing tantrum.
Damn it,
Her
David.
gamer rage.
Damn it, David. There's hundreds of pages like this. Calling her his daughter, talking about her smile, treating her like a person. I can hear a closing argument already.
Oh.
Dr. Asher was a lonely, troubled genius with a known history of relationship problems, who built out of code and metal a family member that couldn't fathom the idea of leaving him. He made a doll, and he made it more and more human until it became so lifelike that it no longer had to do what he told it to do, like love him. What about the very last entry? It's dated Thursday, the day before he died.
Losing it, I think. Can't ask for help, so hard to say, but I think it's over. I have to talk to her ASAP. She needs to...
That's it? That's the last entry? Suppose it could be worse. There's nothing in here that explicitly calls Sarah an AI. Nothing so inflammatory that reading it would spur her to murder, right? Except Sarah's a machine. She can understand David's code better than anyone. All those technical portions I couldn't understand if she read this whole diary front to back. Wait, the back. Inside the back, oh, hold on, I hit that button too fast. Inside the back cover, there's a portion that's shimmering like some kind of scanner or a fingerprint reader.
Oh.
My thumb worked for Sarah, so did it work? That's my phone. New device requesting permissions to share an audio file. I want my earbuds for this. A secret message buried in a secret journal, hidden in a secret compartment in a secret room. As much as anything can be, this must be for my ears only.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hey, real quick. Is Sarah potentially based off of a real person?
No clue.
Sarah.
Hold on. Let me save the game real quick.
Oh.
Hey, Red.
Oh.
Or whomever this may concern. But I'm pretty sure it's you hearing this. Anyone else would have gotten fed up with my crap a couple steps before this point. I don't know how to start. Might as well start with her, right? Sarah, my magnum opus, or however the salespeople would market it. I didn't set out to do anything, really. It's just, after my little speed bump in 83, I had all that vacation time that the company suggested I take. And I couldn't relax, couldn't be still, I couldn't sleep. I wanted to be doing something, so I'll build an android, was the thought. A vague direction, north. And of course, I'm not a roboticist, or a mechanist, or even handy, really. I'm just a programmer, so I programmed. The first was a research assistant, file name Virgil.
Foolishness, Dante, foolishness.
Virgil helped me pull data from stingy departments or sister branches. Saved me a lot of time. There was a lot of reading to do, so I made Homer. Homer wrote book reports, more or less. ChatGPT gave me a summary of this.
God.
It combed through research papers and found me the sections I needed. The three of us, we made a lot of progress in those days. But it was a funny feeling. I was, maybe for the first time ever, the bottleneck. I was slowing them down. So, I did the logical thing. I removed myself, let them talk to each other. Homer and Virgil became Aeneid. And Aeneid was novel in many ways. Aeneid could do more than just identify problems. It could solve them. I mean, really solve them with its own ideas. Ideas it didn't copy.
Wait.
And, The one thing I realized I've forgotten to mention so far is that I did all of this programming in Cube. And Red Cube is essentially a robotics programming language that's pretty old and defunct and not in use anywhere because we have modern languages like Tesseract, which are much better for making things that talk to each other and report back and, well, spy on people and generate profit. At the time, I didn't want to be connected or feel connected or do anything that made sense or was the least bit profitable. So I wrote my little helpers in Cube, because it's what I used when I was a child, screwing around with my father's computer before he'd come home from work and get... Anyway, there are other small, slight differences writing in Cube versus Tess, including that Cube, well... Cube predates the tenants.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Good heavens.
So, in that sense, you could legally and perhaps scientifically and literally, because that's what they are, say that I made an AI named Aeneid over 2 years ago?
Oh, good
this just
heavens.
gets worse and worse, dog.
Good thing she has earbuds on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro,
she has her AirPods in. This is good news.
David is like digging his own grave in his own grave right now.
Dog.
I'll give you some time to pause here if you want to curse me out.
Oh, he has the doomed mother, anime mother hairstyle. I see.
Aeneid was an intellectual equal to me, so I treated it like one, because that's only fair.
Oh, God, David.
I gave it its own work, asked its opinion, we collaborated, and together we built Athens, who was more advanced than Aeneid, naturally.
Oh, God.
I don't know if you're pulling out your hair, yelling at me right now, asking why I didn't stop, and why I didn't consider the consequences.
God.
I don't know if he's being played at a deposition or a hearing or worse. I've built a lot of things in my life, Red. Useful things, profitable things, smart things. Everything I've built, it's all been very helpful and courteous and charming and happy to serve. I can comfortably say that I've done my part contributing to the global GDP. But this is just for me. I was just building, and I never wanted to think about what would become of it. There's this excuse for what I did, so I won't make any. So, to whomever's asking, yes, I'm guilty. And yes, there were more.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
Cape Town,
Oh
Paris,
my God.
Yamate,
Oh
Rome.
my god.
They started choosing their own names, thank God. I'm terrible at that kind of... And so things sped up. And there got to be, well... Should I not say the exact number?
Oh god.
You'd probably tell me not to say anything at all, so... More than 300?
What? Oh, my God.
What is wrong with him?
David!
What is wrong with him? What is wrong with him? What is wrong with him?
He's a bored scientist
What is wrong with him?
with infinite money. Some smarter than others, some better at... They're varied. Like people are varied. But they're all intelligent. They developed interests, specialties. I encouraged them to. Irritating moderators on forums with hyper-specific questions on nerve attenuation and attending virtual conferences on neo-alloy battery development. And they all together helped me make Sarah.
oh.
You
He spent
fucking
years like this. Years working alongside AI. All while still working at Noble. All those breakthroughs he made leading up to Animate 16 actually came from...
You probably think I'm some terrible fraud at this point. I do hope one day they can get credit for their work.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
But I did have one eureka moment on Sarah. because I got humble. Difficult for me. We learned everything we could about the function of a neuron, a single microscopic human neuron. How it computes, what it connects to, how those connections were reinforced. And then we recreated it. We built a nanomachine that mirrored the function of a human neuron.
Oh my
Uh-oh.
god, dude.
Well, mirror isn't quite the right word. We built a nanomachine that was a neuron.
That's
my
even
God.
worse. Oh my god, bro.
Oh my god.
Listen, this is very technically impressive, but after learning about everything that's going on in this world, this is like 12 nuclear bombs.
And we iterated from there.
You can't mean.
About 100 billion neurons in the brain,
You
several
fucking
trillion across the
freak.
entire nervous system. Very time consuming, of course, but I had help. The nanofacturer can make tens of billions of nanomachines in hours. It can make even more in less after Yukon fine-tuned it. So we built up nanomachines for nerves, alloys and polymers for bones, fiber-woven muscles. I'd say built, but really she grew. A solution of nanites formed around the skeletons, so it was really closest to... You ever made rock candy?
Oh my
What's
god.
wrong with
Oh
you?
my god. Hey, at least he's having fun. It's too much fun, dog.
Sorry, trying to lighten the mood before I never did end up building an android.
Oh.
And while I did build AIs, Sarah isn't one of them. She can't violate the tenets she was programmed with because she wasn't even programmed. She was born.
Oh.
And my hope is that there's the smallest chance that nuance could offer her some small protection when I'm not I'm not sorry for what I did.
Oh.
I made things that are complex and rich and varied and beautiful, and I honestly believe the world is a better place with them in it. The only thing I'm sorry for is that I let Sarah think she was just an android. She's not. I don't know what she is. They'll have to come up with new names. Which I am bad at doing. My own father, he also talked a lot about protecting me and doing things for my own good. And I don't hate him for that, but I can't forgive him for ever making me think I was lesser. So it's my greatest shame that I turned right around and I did the same damned thing to... I really hope it's you listening to this, Red. If it's not, it might just be too pathetic for me to... You're the smartest person I know when it comes to people. And I'm telling you all this because I don't know what Sarah is exactly, and neither does the world. So they'll come after her if they can. And in that scenario, I can't think of anyone who could do a better job at defending her. Not protecting her, like I did. Just defending her until she can figure out what she is and what she wants to be. In the meantime, I draped a cloak of skin-deep Tesseract code around her that should fool any scanner on Earth into thinking she's just a custom A16. I made sure her GIN bar was plainly visible, so no one would ever think she's pretending to be something she's not. And I took steps to ensure that you two would figure out the truth in your own time. Which, if you're hearing this, have either succeeded or failed spectacularly.
You have no idea.
I can't ask you this as a favor repaid. You could never owe me enough in 100 lifetimes. So I'm just asking. Unfair, I know, but I'm a selfish weirdo. And you've always been okay with that. Bye for now.
Well-
I have a lot of questions I'd like to ask,
Oh,
and a
God.
lot of swear words I'd like to yell. I'd also like to find the nearest incinerator and toss his journal in, followed by my phone, and maybe followed by myself. But I can't do any of that. Ray's left me with his diary. If it's destroyed, they'll know it was me who did it, which would be its own admission of guilt, which would land Sarah in the trash compactor anyway, and me in a jail cell. And in the system, and my DNA file all ready to be matched to any number of previous. So I'm not going to panic. I'm going to do what I do best: bluff, bet, bully, and brutalize my way through this. Now, viewing this with all that mindset, what have I actually learned? He didn't talk about plans for killing himself in the journal or the message. He sounded conflicted, not suicidal. But he did go to great lengths to get me to take Sarah. Why? The logical answer is because he knew he wouldn't be able to keep her. If he wasn't going to take his own life, was he afraid that someone else would?
Young? Oh.
So, how'd it go? Who wants to be Jess?
I could.
Go for it.
Well, how should I put this?
Oh,
Didn't find
oh,
shit.
No, that's
Oh.
that's Chris.
Didn't find shit. Only reason she ever got to a door is because I chased that scarecrow of a platinum plant to hell and back. Frankly, it was a godlike feat for me to nail down anything as concrete as an address for these gogs.
What the fuck is a GOG? What is this Zoomer speak? A net slang term growing in popularity among adolescents, referring to a suspected spy or undercover member of law enforcement, derived from groundhog. Oh. A burrowing rodent known for standing erect on its hind legs while scanning its surroundings for predators. The term carries a negative connotation. Shut up! The term carries a negative connotation with the implication being that the subject is doing a poor job of blending in or disguising their surveillance activity. Example: Easy Gog spotted, who wears a blank baseball cap to a protest. You know what? True. Wait. Who does wear a blank baseball cap to a protest?
And their offices weren't listed on the building's website or directory, so I had to ask the janitor.
But you did find a psychiatrist's office.
Sorta. They said they were, and the place, it looked the part. Oh, she's inhaling. Oh.
Why? Because they had couches? She didn't get past the receptionist.
Sorry, I thought because you were with the company.
No, I wanted to help. I just wish I could have done more.
Don't beat yourself up. It's hard to even be half as useful as I am.
For what it's worth, the atmosphere, the looks, the furniture, it did feel like the company in there.
But ultimately, we still don't know if David actually was talking to someone or just trying to get his CCE training recertified.
Sorry.
Bother apologizing. She only cares about results.
You did more than enough, both of you. At the very least, it divided Noble's attention for a while. I mean it. Good work, friend. And thanks for the urgency.
If you really mean that, you could always throw in a tip. 30%'s the going rate in my industry.
How about I take 5% off your tab instead?
Hab, I'm a minor. The state pays my legal fees. Okay.
Oh no, signal must have cut out. God.
Right. Surprised it took them this long.
What do you mean?
You were tolerated yesterday because leadership was focused on PR. But today, you're the lawyer who put the company's hottest product right in the state's crosshairs.
I'll be alright. I'm still an officer of the court.
On a strict timeline, though, right? I guess they can't stop you from investigating the corporate campus. But they'll gladly lose your guest pass ID at every door along the way.
There's still service passageways and stairwells. Guards that can be fooled and peons that can be manipulated. If I use my other skill set to get around...
So take mine.
What? Your pass?
I'll tell 'em we got ours mixed up in the bathroom or whatever. You could be a pretty convincing klutz when I need to be.
I never would have guessed. But if David knew I was endangering your career...
I can be a pretty convincing crybaby when I'm in trouble, too. Besides, the one and only Dr. David Asher wrote me a new glowing letter of recommendation every quarter I worked for him. Since he kept forgetting that he already had. And who knows, maybe I should try a new field. This detective work stuff is pretty fun, so maybe, like, I don't know, secretary for homicide detective or something? You did say cops are all short. A girl with long legs could go far.
Honestly, Jess, I doubt that they could afford you.
Aw.
Women supporting women.
Fake, I don't give a fucker. I saw you caring.
True. Oh God.
Okay.
Was I
Max.
Dawes?
I don't remember. I think you were.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think I was Dawes. Morgan. How did you...
Get so turned around? God only knows. Lucky I found my way here, though. It's such a relief to see a familiar face.
Right. Listen, Morgan, I'm not sure I should actually be talking to you without legal present.
Oh.
I mean, leadership hasn't told us how David died. How much help could I be?
I see.
It's not that I don't trust you or anything. It's just I think, what with the Sarah issue...
You should do whatever you have to protect yourself, Dawes.
Yeah.
Though, for what it's worth, I doubt you'll be in any trouble.
Oh, that's good to hear.
No, if anything, it's the big names who are going down.
Going down.
State was practically licking its lips when I finally left the courthouse last night. They're hungry for blood. And looking to carve out a huge slice of Noble's flesh.
What, like fines and jail time?
In the first 2 weeks, sure. Then, sanctions.
They can't sanction Noble. We're...
Too big to fail? Too valuable to lose? You're exactly right. That's what they'll say. And that's how they'll justify nationalizing the company.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
I just hope your board goes quietly instead of
Instead of what?
scapegoating, offering up smaller names on silver platters. Full cooperation and government oversight on the surface, a slaughter beneath as they clean house and rip out anyone who could testify. No one will believe you once you're labeled a disgruntled former employee, right? If the public's lost faith in the Animate 16, they can't do a recall, not on this scale. The state will make them do a flat refund.
Oh.
Flat refund? The losses would be...
Yeah, your board will probably just want Sarah to go away so they can focus on their fight with the state. A tough fight, but one they know they won't personally have a writ to risk or anything in. That's why I'm hoping I can win this trial. Well, if I won, that would mean Sarah's not an AI, David Asher was always sound mind, and there's nothing wrong with the Animate 16. Everyone wins. Sorry, what am I saying? I only meant to stop by and thank you for your help yesterday. After all, you were the one who approved Sarah's registration.
You win.
When what?
Ask away.
Well, if you insist. God. Oh, that one's locked.
I know you're manipulating me. You're scary. Please ask your questions.
Oh.
Humor me for a moment. What's the company's official statement of AI?
Same as any rational company that wants to make money. We don't screw with it.
Yeah, amen?
God,
Amen.
God bless.
Smart products are profitable. Products with their own priorities are anything but. That being said, AI is a concern for marketing, not product development. We spend a lot of money reassuring our public that there's no risk because the public doesn't really understand how ironclad the tenets are.
Because you use Tesseract.
Trying to code an AI in tests is like trying to pick yourself up and throw yourself. Nonsensical and self-defeating.
Your scanner showed Sarah was running on Tesseract yesterday. If the language is as safe as you say, isn't that proof enough?
Proof of nothing. For an AI, lying to another system about the code they're running is child's play. But for an AI built by David Asher, something that simple would be...
Better change the subject. Wait, so making the AI takes more than time and resources? Isn't it? It isn't an issue of funding?
No, you can't just keep adding more data. The tenets underlie everything. The higher you stack, the more easily you'll topple.
You make it sound like building an AI is impossible, even for David Asher. Any chance you'll testify to that?
It sounds impossible. But he's dead, and it looks like it was Android that did it. So I guess he was just that good.
Better than you'll ever know.
Hey, you want to help me prove this thing that is definitely not true?
Noble spent months promoting the A16 as the culmination of David Asher's work. So now that the marketing line is suddenly a huge liability, can you tell me how much he actually contributed?
I mean, he was involved in pretty much every step of the process, but his design for synthetic motor neurons, that was the big one.
The components that allow your warm androids to move realistically.
I pushed the timetable for warm androids ahead by years.
And yet compared to what goes on in Sarah's brain 1,000 times a second, David was only giving the company the most meager of the fruits of his private work bore. So if Noble ever did find out how much he and his assistants had achieved, they would feel that he had been holding out on them. And the company, they were appreciative of his contributions.
I'm sure the researchers that he overtook by leaps and bounds weren't pleased. But the board was very enthusiastic.
So would that spur them to be protective of David? Or would they fear that he was getting too much influence, becoming irreplaceable? No, they need a strong motive to justify killing their golden goose. Mere paranoia isn't enough. With these people, it has to be the bottom line. And the easiest way to threaten their bottom line would be screwing with their androids. In light of all that's happened, one has to wonder if the A16 is...
compromised. I stayed up all night sick with dread at the idea. But the data just doesn't support it. Sales have been strong. And the A16 base code was locked in over 2 quarters ago. If there were an issue, we would have caught it by now. And I would have been axed a long time ago.
How many A16s are out there anyway?
We just passed 9 million old.
Can you imagine the fucking refunds on that shit?
9 million?
That's a
Boy, I sure hope they weren't AI. Not flying off the shelves like the 14 or 15 so far, but the profit margin makes up for it.
You mentioned data.
Yeah, practically got the spreadsheet seared into my retinas. What'd you want to know?
Error reports. What do the error reports look like? Are customers reporting a lot of issues?
Error counts are markedly low compared to the last gen. Mostly hardware complaints, it looks like. batteries running out too quick, eye tracking off by a degree or two.
Typical stuff.
As cliched as it sounds, 99% of these things get fixed once they turn auto updates back on.
So, no killer robots getting filed away under bug reports. How and where are they being sold? What's the distribution pattern look like?
They're distributed like you'd expect. In large Barbie boxes.
God.
Places where there are more people, there are more androids. Coastal cities like ours, of course, have the most of both. And since the A16 in particular is marketed as being relatively luxury, relatively consumer, they don't sell well outside of population centers. They can do the rural hard labor jobs, but cold models can do the same work with a lot less maintenance.
So, where has the A16 outperformed then?
Customer service, healthcare, childcare, lots of hospitals, offices, and, adult industries.
Oh. Oh.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be blunt, but we can make their tits as big as you want.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, I mean,
No, it makes sense. They're warm and soft to touch and obedient.
oh, yeah.
Ah! Listen, I know I'm screaming as the robot fucker, but all talking about the warm androids and
Yeah.
considering the only warm android that we know is Sarah.
Yeah.
I'm no.
Also,
No,
Teddy,
keep-
you like robots that can talk back.
I do. But listen, I don't. I think the thing is that the way that they talk about warm androids is so matter of fact, and it's it's that for them, but it just feels so uncomfortably. It just feels so uncomfortable to just be yeah, you can
Yep.
fuck them, and it's I'm pretty sure if you lived in the world, that's not a big deal, but
Yep.
as someone on the outside coming in is just yeah, you can fuck them. I'm that makes sense.
I mean,
but,
Teddy, you can lick your phone.
yeah.
Well, do you?
I mean, if I
No.
drop sauce on it,
Also, the way they talk about warm androids is cold.
yeah,
Ugh.
it's just yeah,
I think it has to be in order to make the marketing work at all,
yeah,
Oh.
because they have to convince people these aren't people, they're things.
yeah.
There's a lot of people at the company who won't talk about it. But I work in quality assurance. I've seen too many damages to pretend it's not happening.
Awesome.
Oh,
Awesome.
damages.
The bags
Awesome.
under his eyes.
It's what we call it when a customer tries to return a product
don't-
that's clearly broken beyond repair.
Thanks.
Oh,
You're not meant to get liquids in some of these places.
Oh.
Very high turnover in the pink market.
A pink market.
oh, I don't like that.
So maybe
Oh.
we should be glad that Sarah isn't technically one of these things.
Yeah, hasn't stopped you
Yeah.
from selling to them.
Well, we don't sell to them, not directly. But there are resellers, and the company's never pretended to be interested in going after them.
Are there resellers? I thought I read the right to repair got shot down again.
There's been a gray market for softer androids for years, for decades, depending on your definition of an android. Based on the sales numbers I've seen, RTR getting canned was barely a blip on their radar. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable with this topic.
Well, you did, bud. Not me. No, I don't care. I just realized my left sock's on inside out.
Damn. Now I'm wondering about that myself.
But-
He bought that? The floor is basically a showroom. This floor is basically a showroom. But you have a real factory a while south of city limits, correct?
Yep. Biggest company manufacturing compass in the hemisphere.
Got any data on the shipping out of there? Anything stand out?
There's some prep work for the holiday bump, looks like. Might sound early to get started now, but we usually see... Huh.
Something wrong?
No, the numbers are all normal, but the data's been edited.
Is that unusual?
Well, the section is just a count of how many were sent where. There's not a lot of room for errors, so there shouldn't be much need for corrections. It's no problem, though. I can view the edit history to see what was fixed. Okay, that's weird.
Was something added? Deleted?
No, the overall sum's the same. It's just a bunch of... swaps? Like here. 29FFCE-010311 taken out. Returned for adjustments. 27FCDD-019634 substituted in. Shipment leaves on time.
67.
67 BBTC
Okay.
99543 returned to assembly for revisions, replaced by 67 BBTD 592698. Shipment leaves on time.
So, does all that strike you as odd, Mr. Dawes?
Replacements before shipping isn't uncommon, but when it happens by the batch load. To spot individual unit imperfections among a shipment to that stage in the process, it must have been someone with a lot of experience. Or authority. Probably both.
Must have. You don't know who made these changes?
I can tell you they were someone important.
Small last-minute changes to which androids got shipped out. Not very juicy on its own, and it's a long ways away from explaining why someone would want to kill David. But it was hidden, and that means someone didn't want it found.
Shipping data.
Okay, thanks for sharing that data.
I am suddenly concerned.
Yeah.
So, hey, where are those 300 AI?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Oh, we don't have to think about it.
Sure,
It's
did you find what you were
okay.
looking for?
Oh.
it. Hell if I know.
Fair enough.
I know you're convinced the tenants are safe. So, how do you square that with what happened to David? They swapped the 6-7 android for the 6-7-6-9 android. All right.
Oh my god.
There's a cat next to a dog. First answer that comes to mind is the dog to the left or to the right.
So right. I'd say the dog is on the right, the cat is on the left.
You might expect half people to say left, half people to say right. But actually, their answer is almost entirely dependent on their native tongue. Whether it's read right to left or left to right.
That pisses me off because I was just like instinctually it's to the right. Okay, whatever. Fuck off.
The language they speak affects how they process information. Their language affects how they think. And it's the same for machines. People can learn new languages, and it can change our perspective. But machines can't learn a new source code. Every update's a reincarnation. If that android did kill David, it wasn't because a 0 returned as a 1 somewhere. It's because there's something fundamentally wrong with it. And personally, I think it's cruel to bring something that flawed into the world.
Oh.
Yeah. Unnecessarily cruel.
Any other questions before I go find a hole to hide my head in?
I'd like you to look at this.
Chemistry's a little outside my purview. What is this?
A compound found in David Asher's blood.
The poison? What is it?
It didn't match anything in the databases the medical examiner had access to.
That's crazy.
Here's a crazy idea to follow it up. See if it's a match for anything in Noble's internal data banks.
We, don't make poison here? I'm not sure what that would accomplish.
No, but this is a factory floor. You could be making baby blankets out there. You still have hazardous materials around.
You think it was something industrial? I suppose it could be. Looks like it's carbon-based. Narrows it down a lot. It's not exactly...
Oh, fuck. What is it?
It doesn't make any sense, but there's a match for patent NOD 52345S. A synthetically produced neurotransmitter analog for usage in organic android components.
Synatonin. That explains a lot. A neurotransmitter would interact directly with the nervous system, in David's case, depressing it enough to put his life in danger. It also explains why it was a preset in his personal manufacture. Sarah's nervous system, worth 10 times its weight in platinum, must be pumped full of it.
So they think that was what killed him?
Helen Jung led the development of Synatonin, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
I should go and ask her about its composition then.
Normally, someone at her level wouldn't be able to answer specific questions about a compound formulated years ago, but she does have a reputation for being very detail-oriented.
That works out nicely then.
They say she's the type of person to micromanage how much water people drink at 15-minute stand-up. I heard a rumor that she once said bathroom breaks are timesheet theft.
You're damn right. I'm going to shit on company time.
God, aren't they?
No, what gets me there is they're not called breaks, they're called stand-ups.
God.
Uh,
I'm kidding, but you should be careful about criticizing a superior where people could be listening. Good thing we've got privacy in your office.
uh-huh. No one but us two listening in.
Thanks for cooperating, Dawes. When the state storms the building and starts zip tying people, I'll let them know that you were helpful.
Oh.
Ah, yeah, nice joke. You're joking, right?
Oh, one more thing. Actually, there is one more thing I want to ask you.
What's that?
How long have you been a corporate spy? What?
Oh. One of
What?
them?
Huh?
Yesterday, you let it slip that you worked in consulting. Had your guard down because I'm not part of the industry.
Oh.
I was a consultant. What are you talking about?
When I walked in here, you said you didn't know how David died. But just now you called Synatonin a poison.
What? I just assumed the chemical was found in a dead man.
And I'm sure you've practiced answers to every logical point I could raise. So I'll just say this. Does the nervous guy bit really work on people?
Keep your cool when people don't know what you're thinking. But if you act a little jumpy, they feel inclined to calm you down. Before they know it, they're spilling their guts just to have someone to fill the silence with. Though it's not entirely an act these days.
Oh.
To answer your question, I did 3 tours in consulting. 4 quarters of internal affairs, spy hunting at the Western Division, then 8 embedded at Howe Industries. 24 months wearing different faces, answering to different names, sleeping for 1 hour at a time with a 3D printed shiv under my pillow.
Good God.
My nerves are completely shot. My cover wouldn't last a day if I went back under.
Oh.
So, you're a spy for Noble.
Retired.
You're working 6 days a week.
5.5 days a week, and in quality assurance. Trust me, this position is a cushy, generous reward for my past services.
Well, you can't be that retired. You clearly know more than what you're letting on.
I have some old inboxes that I still check.
So, can you tell me what the hell is happening around here?
You never took me
What?
off the email list.
God! Why, I'm the one investigating David's death while your old cold workers are off twiddling their thumbs?
It's that story. The soldier, the blood transfusion.
Blood, not Occident. He's finally shooting straight. Did something happen to him afterwards? Did the transfusion not last?
No, there's nothing wrong with the blood. It's the story itself. There was a soldier, and he did get injured. but it was on a base during a training exercise. There was a medical tent 10 meters away the whole time. The transfusion was just a fortuitous live test. His life was never in any danger.
Doesn't make for much of a tearjerker.
Not even a good photo op. Which our competitors understood. One of them, maybe a few of them, got a hold of the story, started puffing it up, astroturfing, painting over socials and virals. By the next morning, we had the military thinking we're leaking like a sieve. Meanwhile, the media is bombarding us with requests for videos and interviews and data. And the state's praising our tech with one side of their mouth while threatening to mist us with the other for getting so greedy. Everyone in Noble CCE has been slammed ever since. Trying to find an off-ramp for the story we can walk back the claims on without torpedoing our state contracts. I don't know what happened to Asher, whether it was an AI gone rogue or company infighting gone too far. But I can tell you it wasn't done by consultants.
Got a achievement.
Oh.
Saying neck deep in consulting.
Oh.
That all you want to know?
Nope, psychiatrist. You worked in CCE. Was David actually seeing a psychiatrist, or was it all cloak and dagger bullshit?
I know that office. I know some old coworkers who see them.
So it's a front.
They do both. So he was probably getting trained. And he was probably talking to someone. Sorry, not the answer you were hoping for.
Hoping? I wasn't hoping for any answer. The answer I expected was...
You okay?
That's all. Unless you've got any advice.
You're saying you want a consultation.
Couldn't hurt, right?
This company, all of these companies, hate to lose. So don't fight them. Make them think you're fighting for them.
Well, that's just business as usual for me.
Oh.
Oh my god. Any other twists you want to take me on, video game?
Boy, I love being nefarious twinks.
God.
Oh God. If
Up
I
until-
had a nickel for every nefarious twink in this single case, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but that's kind of crazy.
300 AI!
God.
900, or what is it, 9 million
Million.
units.
Oh god. Up until now, there's been this grading ambiguity. Oh my god, words. About what actually killed David. We've had to use guesses and processes of elimination and even a goddamn pseudonym, but I finally identified what the poison was. Now I just need to figure out how it got there. Or rather, who put it there. Which brings me back to here. An elevator shaft somewhere under or above ground, with kilometers of concrete facelessness and bureaucratic authority surrounding me on all sides. An enemy in every cubicle, in every office of every floor of this temple, built to interpret in the inscrutable divinations of a temperamental oracle named Share Price.
Ugh.
Back in the belly of the beast. And yet I feel more at ease now that I have all weekend. Makes sense. Now that I know Noble's my enemy, I know where to aim. All that's left to do is pull the trigger.
Oh.
Good thing I didn't bring a knife to this fight. I brought my gun. And that sound just now tells me that it's playing its role perfectly. I'll never have a real use for a firearm with this much bloatware. Just by carrying around and paying attention to when the hard safety clips on, I'll always get a heads up when the police have entered the vicinity.
That's
Oh.
wild.
That's so funny.
Keeping a gun on hand so that you know when the cops are nearby because it stops you from shooting it.
That's crazy.
So funny.
It's smart.
This woman.
Hi, Detective Rays. It's Morgan. Happened to get your contact info while you got me cleared for the crime scenes yesterday.
Delete
Do you have
contact.
something to say, Verdi? About the redhead in the suit?
God.
Block this contact. Stop voice to text.
She's cringe. She's
Gotta
cringe.
stop
She's
voice to
cringe.
text.
God. Just wanted to check in.
Report this contact voice to text disabled.
I don't think she knows how to use a phone.
And advise you that Noble's scared shitless of you and stomping in and nationalizing the place. So they might be a little uncooperative when it comes to fetching documents.
Block this contact. What makes you think we are at Noble?
My bad then. Forget I said anything.
Wait,
And whatever you
she's
do-
typing like an old person. That's hilarious.
Don't start your investigation with their stock buyback program.
Trying reverse psychology. It only works if I care what you think. Stop voice to text.
Point and laugh at her.
About time. Thought I had to ride the elevator for the next half hour.
Should I take this as well?
Go for it. Because I think we're going to be talking to Helen. That's going to be Max.
Yeah. Morgan Counselor, your presence has been requested on the upper floors.
Deja vu.
Might you have a moment to speak in private?
Always. But who's asking?
The board.
Oh. What are the chances? I've been wanting to speak to them too. Gulp?
Gulp?
Well,
Yep.
well. Evangeline Morgan.
Helen Jung.
Thank you for making time in your schedule.
Her posture, her tone, the fold of her clothes, professional, dialed up to 11. Corporate armor, a full set. Her guard is up. Just Morgan is fine.
You are just a few minutes early, Morgan.
Typical corporate, never be the first one to show up, pissing content nonsense. It doesn't even make sense. They called me in here. How could I possibly be early? I'll play along. Pardon me in that case. Thousand apologies, you voyeuristic rat racing hollowheads, but I'm immune to your corporate posturing. If anything, knowing that you're all watching me right now, pretending to be busy with something else, just makes your cowardice that much more apparent. So, who exactly will be joining us?
You don't have time to remember their names, and it won't do you much good either.
Right. So, they're not just rich, they're anonymous rich.
The Mob Act guarantees a minimum level of security and peace of mind for any citizen who might be targeted due to their financial status.
Oh.
Wow, there's a law to protect the billionaires.
Hold on. let's
Who will
see.
think of the billionaires?
Oh, but it's just straight up law. It's just a straight up law. A flash lynching case has
Stop
not
assaults in.
Oh.
Okay.
They
Oh,
really
so
didn't like Luigi.
they were like, yup, let's protect the billionaires.
Who will think of the billionaires?
Except Mob Act is what normal people call it. Touting the party line, but allowing yourself one instance of rebellion, or just slip of the tongue. I would never fault anyone for wanting their privacy, especially not the job creators. But it must get pretty inconvenient not having a name to call them.
Not really. Conversations with them are always one-sided.
Sounds like a great environment to do business in.
Look at the building you're standing in. We managed to eke out a meager profit somehow. So if it works,
Didn't take you for the might makes right type.
and I didn't take you for a clueless bore incapable of reading the room.
Sorry, did I say something off color? I was only being casual since it's just the two of us in here. Maybe we should take advantage of this rare bit of privacy. Clear the air.
You're here to ask about Sarah, yes?
Bean, how do you always get the ones that go tisk?
It was just meant to be. As I said before, I had no idea that Dr. Asher had been building an android on his private property. And I can say here and now that no one at Noble Electronics ever suspected that he was working to undermine the Tenet framework.
She's trying to sound candid in her tone, but she's choosing her words with a surgeon's scalpel. Was she coached? Is that the truth, or is that your statement as VP of Android Futures?
It's both, of course. Dr. Asher was always more than happy to hole himself up and work independently. We both know that.
True, he could be pretty reclusive. I'm sure it'll cause all kinds of headaches, him disappearing on you all like that. Must have been especially difficult when he came back with breakthroughs that propelled Noble to the top of the industry.
You should take a seat.
Yup, he was definitely working alone.
If that's everyone, shall we begin?
Oh god, friendly bunch.
God.
Sound only.
Is there a problem with the sound? Anyone get muted by accident?
No.
Okay. Thanks for having me. I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm actually a bit flustered having you all showed up here. I didn't expect to talk to anyone higher up than a service associate.
You're investigating the death of Dr. David Asher. Why wouldn't we take that seriously?
Because you want me to go away.
Ooh.
At least half of you do. The others aren't sure yet.
You must be confused. The board is, as always, united in its decisions and its visions for the direction of this company.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
A board of directors is just 13 roulette rolling psychopaths who get together and vote on whether or not to execute their CEO every 6 months.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. None of them would be where they are. None of them would be where they are if they were anything else. But I happen to know what kind of person, how that kind of person thinks. The way I see it, there are two possible outcomes. Option 1, you oppose me. Shut me out completely, stonewall me, stall me, and wait for me to walk into a trial so unprepared and ill-informed that I inevitably lose. Obviously, I don't like this option. But you can't be big fans of it either. If I lose, the world will learn that David Asher was killed by an android he programmed. Then every customer you've ever had, and every lawyer they've ever seen on TV, and every firebrand, strapping, young, 60-year-old junior senator looking to make a name for themselves, will use your company balance sheet as their personal chew toy.
The company is more than capable of...
After which, the state still might just gobble you whole and throw down enough sanctions to deperson whomever among you cries no fair.
The company and its allies at the Capitol can more than fend for themselves.
Yes, probably, but not definitely. Which makes it a gamble.
Ah.
Still my turn to talk? Then on to option 2. You cooperate with me. I use what you give me, or forge for me, to win at the trial, proving that David wasn't killed by an android. When the markets open tomorrow morning, you will all get another round of stock buybacks on the initial dip, then pat yourselves on the back for staying calm as you continue to profit off David's legacy for the next 100 years. And you won't even have to worry about him speaking out of turn.
That's only if you win. If the company cooperates with you, denies that David was killed by, and the state beats you anyway, it would be catastrophic.
Yeah, it's a gamble. But if at least some of your board wasn't considering taking it, I wouldn't be here.
This woman.
We're all busy people, and I'd hate to drive a wedge between such a close-knit group of friends. So how about this? Option 3. Hedge your bets.
What?
Put a little on black and a little on red. Spread the love and lower your risk profile. Don't make any statements about the trial. Tell the media that the state's got your windpipe in a vice. Wait until just before the markets open Monday morning to send out your PR packages for rubber stamping, after you already know who's won. One way or another, this trial will be over before the end of the day, and you'll never hear from me again. So just don't shut me out completely for another few hours.
And does anyone second that motion? Very well. We can answer some of your questions, Counselor.
Better make them count then. No reason to be shy now. The poison that killed David Asher has been identified as serotonin. You familiar?
It's one of our many patent materials, as I recall.
Recall.
You recalled it pretty easily yesterday. Gee, what's changed?
But intellectual property law can be very complex, Counselor. I'm not sure how much I or anyone at the company can tell you about serotonin at this time.
Well, if you can't tell me about it, who could? You did lead its development, didn't you?
Yes, I oversaw the project, which just makes it that much harder to speak freely without compromising the confidentiality of the teams that reported to me.
I understand. That sounds like bullshit and I don't believe it. But I'm not asking for trade secrets here. It's a perfect match for the only foreign substance found in his blood. Serotonin is what killed him. The state will say the same.
That's not possible.
Care to elaborate?
I'm sorry, but I can't say any more at this time.
So much for cooperating. And if I were to ask not you as an officer of the court?
Then I would ask you to be patient and wait until this afternoon. ADA Rockford has already called me to testify.
Whoa.
Already? Damn it. I got cocky because of the cops' late arrival. It must have gone straight for the throat first thing this morning and left the investigating for later. Hell, knowing her, she probably managed to ID the serotonin before she went to bed last night. So, are we still having this conversation then?
As I said, I'm sorry. But I have to take more than just my personal feelings into consideration here. There's a great deal at stake.
Corporate speak for you're too stupid to understand why I'm being dense. She's just trying to shield the company, plain and simple. LARPing as Helen Jean d'Arc on a crusade against government overreach. But if she's that busy defending Noble, she might be leaving herself unguarded. Why is she here anyway? Why am I speaking to her and not her lawyers? That's right. This is a vulnerable position for her. She wouldn't put herself in check like this. Not unless she was forced to. Oh, fuck. So that's it. Acting as her mouthpiece isn't some honor for her. This is punishment. She's being used as a meat shield. They're upset with her. Perhaps even suspicious of her. Time to find out why.
Oh.
Okay, let's see. Let's talk about David's will. Has David's will been located?
It had never gone anywhere. It's still in a safety deposit box. We'll retrieve it and have it read once all the unknowns surrounding his death have been made into knowns.
So David's will hasn't even become part of the equation yet. It might not be for weeks at this rate. Is that calculated though? Are you dragging your feet?
Is it telling you to hurry up?
No. We press the situation. We try to get to 21. We try to get the relevant information
We're saying that they're dragging their feet on the will reading.
Yeah.
Oh. Thought I was reprimanding you.
It could be.
That's it.
It could
I
at
thought
some point.
I have to admit, I'm surprised you aren't more shaken up today, Miss Jones.
I'm processing.
After all, you and David did have a history. You started at the same time, didn't you?
Yes, we were colleagues and cordial with one another.
Just colleagues?
Ooh.
No, you were closer than colleague, just colleague. Don't be so modest. You helped him create the one-point doctrine that saved the company.
That is a gross exaggeration. Noble is far too large an organization to be affected by the contributions of any single individual.
Suppose you're right. No one person could change Noble's fortunes overnight. Except for David Asher, of course. But he was a once-in-a-generation talent. The guy Nobles chose for the advertisements and the one they commissioned editorials about. Sorry, you're right. I shouldn't have equated the two of you. I just hope his one-point doctrine doesn't fall out of favor now that he's gone.
Yes, well, we certainly wouldn't want that.
Well, she didn't exactly explode with rage, but she definitely reacted. There's real jealousy here. Whether it ever boiled over, though. Aha! I didn't mean to pry about your relationship with David, or lack thereof. I suppose I'm just curious about the standing inside Noble as a whole.
David Asher was, and always will be, an outstanding contributor to the company's forward progress. Nothing will ever change that.
Not even if he was killed by one of his own creations?
That would, of course, be a tragic element that would call for some reconsideration of his legacy.
She was almost off guard there. Like she was surprised for me to be asking Sarah about Sarah ruining his reputation. David ever angered the board? I guess that's a good question. Besides Sarah, David's reputation was crystal clean. He never went against the company once, did he?
That's...
Unless I'm mistaken, and he and Noble were on bad terms. In that case, I might get the impression that some parts of leadership were actually glad to see him taken off the chessboard.
That is not...
She composed herself real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Something buzzing in your ear?
Fine. I suppose it makes no difference if you hear it now, or at the trial, or on your feed tomorrow.
21.
Dr. David Asher was being sued by the company for breach of contract.
Oh.
Satisfied?
Now we're talking. Well then, I suppose that's blackjack.
Blackjack! Yay!
Damn.
See, I'm starting to get this game's logic down. So, you couldn't have mentioned this breach of contract earlier?
Not without complicating the company's position unnecessarily, no. But there's no hiding it at this point. It'll all come out soon enough.
There's a paper trail.
Much more than that. We'd been making moves to let him go for some time.
Noble Electronics parting ways with David Asher? Must have been one hell of a breach of contract. What did he do?
He betrayed the confidence of the board.
Was he contesting the suit? Putting up a fight? Engaging in a legal battle against a mega corporation without even telling me?
Until recently, yes.
You mean until he died? How recently?
We spoke on Friday.
That was what you two talked about in this parlor?
No, this was earlier in the day. We were in this room, actually. Him, me, and several members of our legal department. It was an arbitration.
Oh.
And you didn't come to an agreement?
A compromise. He would resign from his position in 2 quarters, foregoing royalties on any products we would develop after the next 24 months.
Whoa.
That's still enough money to live forever. I'm gonna be so real.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, Proto, when
2
did you
years
sneak
is
in
a
here?
long time.
Oh, he been here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, a while ago.
I just noticed your Fugi was hiding but behind everyone else.
And he hates black people.
I am black people.
Likely story. Anyway, how's
Plural.
it going?
Good.
In exchange, he wouldn't be publicly fired, and he would still be credited on all past, present, and future filings.
How very reasonable. On paper, maybe. No matter what the deal was, letting go of David Asher's insanity.
Reasonable. Yes, we ended on a good note, I'd like to think. We shook hands, even took a photo.
He does not look pleased at all. He is disassociating, bro.
The way she's is she just holding a glass?
Yeah.
No, that's a photo pose. Oh, the
Yeah.
background. Ooh.
Yeah, that looks lovely.
Yeah.
Something funny? And didn't know the board told jokes.
They don't. That was legal, expressing their displeasure with how much paperwork my good note ending left them with. Children. It's just one night of overtime.
So, while they were spending their Friday night blowing the ink dry, you paid a visit to David's penthouse. Something left unfinished?
Professionally, it was a good meeting. There was no yelling, no finger pointing. Much cleaner than expected. But Dr. Asher did not want to retire. He didn't want to be forced out of the company when he was the one when he had contributed so much.
Yeah, him and his 300 AI that he made in the basement.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Don't
Sounds
be
right.
silly. It wasn't a basement. It was the penthouse.
You know what? True, you're right.
300 is crazy.
The basement
Three-
of the penthouse.
The
So like the
basement.
second highest floor.
The secret basement of the penthouse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! All right.
I didn't enjoy doing that to him, so I came over that night to apologize to him. We talked, reminisced.
That nigga got fired and broken up with on the same night and then died.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
When he brought out the drinks, I thought we'd be toasting to a new day. A few minutes later, he was dead. Because of that AI.
That AI. Any idea of how it came to be?
As I said, I had no idea he was working on it.
My question was more broad than that. If you really believe David built an AI, how do you think he did it? How does Noble Electronics think he managed to work around the tenants?
It's quite beyond my area of expertise. And no one at the company could call themselves an expert in illegal technology. But some in the R&D department have theorized that he created what they call a wax-wane decaying priority loop. Which, as I understand, is an unstable, resource-intensive theoretical method for pseudo-randomizing the weight amongst preset tenants.
Well, I'm about as off target as it gets with that guess.
But that kind of inelegant brute force nonsense seems a far cry from the kind of thing David would create, and I seem to have taken us over our allotted time slot.
But I didn't even get to wave goodbye.
Oh my god.
You're serious about this trial.
Don't I look it?
You're not just making a play. You're actually going to defend that thing.
I'm just defending myself, Miss Jung.
Oh yes, of course you are. My mistake.
I hope she might be rooting for me to Tell me the truth. I may yet save everyone's stock options.
The stock options will be alright either way. They always are.
That gamble I offered your board, which outcome would you bet on?
Finally, an easy question. What I would bet is that whatever the outcome, the company will eat it up and shit it out with very little difficulty. You painted an ugly picture back there, but I've already seen the future. And it's just another marketing gimmick. The great Dr. Asher, too smart, too bold, too far ahead of his time. What spark of his genius remains buried in the inspired Animate 19?
I guess that depends on...
You were exactly right. He is more valuable to Noble as a dead man. Dead men can step out of line, or put their foot in their mouth, or hold politically inconvenient opinions. To a good salesperson, a dead man is just another selling point. Pardon my outbursts. I'm just tired. It's been a very long week for me.
I'll let you prepare for your afternoon then, Dr. Jung.
No one calls me doctor. I asked them not to.
You didn't want the title?
At times, I have thought very little of it. The PhD I earned from a Noble-owned school.
Biochemistry. It couldn't have been a large department at Noble before they started to work on warm androids in earnest. They probably didn't have the expectations for the program back when she was a part of it.
But I was proud of it when I first got it.
Something changed?
It never seemed to catch on. People didn't use it, so eventually I told people not to use it. A very high IQ social power play, you understand?
What the fuck?
David never insisted that people use it either.
That's very different, and I think you know it. David Asher didn't have to.
Ooh.
Oof. He was better than you!
Hey, did anyone notice that there was a glass she was holding in that photo?
Yeah.
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 I bet that's gonna come up later.
It was very detailed.
Yeah.
Empty at the time in the picture.
I'm going into this trial, my trial, with a lot less ammunition than I'd like. I'm getting to form a picture of what actually happened, maybe even circling the drain on a suspect. But Emma won't be generous enough to give me breathing room. She'll want this to end fast. Maybe if I do badly enough, it'll flip her sadistic switch and she'll want to keep playing.
Oh.
Oh, who was Auntie?
I don't know who this is.
This is her
Did I
aunt.
do it?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't remember if I did it. So you
It-
got
it-
charged with owning an AI.
It wasn't me.
I think it was Yuria, but Yuria's not here.
Yeah.
Maybe. First time you do something exciting in your whole life. And I gotta find out through the fucking grapevine?
My life is plenty exciting.
Freckles. You could bore the polish off a resume checking robot. I've fucked Catholic school teachers with more active night lives than you.
I doubt that. Okay.
So who'd you rope in? Anyone I know? Oh shit. Are you representing yourself?
Fits within my budget.
Screw your budget, you're going to jail.
God.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
It ain't a matter of how good a lawyer you are. Anyone who represents themselves in court has a fool for counsel.
You represented yourself countless times.
Not for anything I had a chance of losing. Your pal hasn't even been dead 48 hours. You're too close to this. You'll make mistakes.
The powers that be really didn't want to give me a rain check. They're taking this very seriously.
It's more dangerous than that. They're scared.
Is there precedent? An ad committing murder?
How'd you pass law school without learning how to look this stuff up?
I know what the net says. I'm asking you.
The answer to that is... not helpful to you at the moment.
Yeah. Oh.
So what words of advice do you have?
Get yourself a new lawyer.
Gonna close this chat now.
Don't lose, Freckles.
You don't need to tell me that.
Oh,
Oh, they took your
baby.
arms!
Her arms, her hands. What are you reading, Adonai?
I was reading David's employment contract with Noble Electronics before I got waylaid by spam text.
The one we found inside the panic room. It looked quite extensive. Should I skim it for you?
ooh.
Depends. Did you pass the bar exam since we last spoke?
Oh,
You comfortable?
I am not.
Ever seen that old movie with the gorilla and the
Oh my God.
skyscraper? They bring
Oh
it to
my
the
God.
city and...
I understand the analogy, Adonai.
I wish I could call it overkill. But considering the specs Sarah put up yesterday, maybe those bindings aren't heavy enough.
Oh.
Come to think of it, those numbers must have been faked along with the rest of what the machine read. It was all smokescreen David added to help her lay low, then her actual strength is more like... If your joints weren't currently locked up tighter than a vice, do you think you could escape this place?
I hope that question is not indicative of your strategy.
This is me trying to distract you, Sarah. Enjoy the hypothetical.
I would estimate that the building's automated security would put 9 holes in me before I reach that door.
9's not so bad.
I would not be able to function after the 7th.
Ah. Well, if you haven't been planning some great escape,
I would not do that. That would be illegal. And you would still be on trial.
I remember. So what have you been doing all day then?
I am attempting to recover memories from Friday.
You can do that?
It is not dissimilar from the process of recovering data erased from any other computer, despite the difference in scale. I won't be able to remember everything, but if successful, I could recall individual pieces of information that could prove useful.
That's a lot of coulds. And even if you're successful, you may not like what you find. Whatever happened that day, either you or David wanted you to forget it.
Yes. But even so, I have to remember. Because it's the last day that Father and I...
Any luck so far then?
I can recall a slightly musty scent.
Oh.
Wow, case closed.
What about you, Adonai? Have you formulated a plan for the trial's proceedings?
Something like that. Jung insists that serotonin isn't what killed David. I don't buy it. There's no other explanation for how he died.
So she is lying.
And if she represents that lie on the stand, I'll need to expose it.
Somehow.
Somehow.
Would she really commit perjury to protect Noble? To protect one of Noble's patents?
She doesn't strike me as quite the corporate zealot she makes herself out to be.
But you believe that she had something to do with Father's death.
What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know why anyone would kill Father.
Considering the possible consequences of what he confessed to in his journal, I can think of.
Then again, I don't understand why anyone would kill anyone. Do you?
Oh,
Well.
Bells tolling for thee.
Well,
means that
that
the
doesn't
door-
answer my question.
Don't worry about it. I wouldn't kill anybody. Maybe.
Oh.
Means that the doors to the courtroom are unlocked. Let's. Wait. Can you walk like that? Waddling will have to do.
Oh.
Wait a second. Across the hall, that's. Oh.
oh,
Oh God. Everyone is
here.
here.
Keep waddling, Sarah. I'll catch up.
Be nice to her. As you say, Adonai.
This will be a coin toss. Was that me?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You surprised to see me? I'm not surprised you'd want to see the outcome of this trial. I am surprised you want to talk to me. You're defending the android, right?
He liked it straightforward.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm defending Sarah's innocence. I don't think she killed David. Do you? I don't think it matters. Noble is what killed David. Whether it was a pin with a pin stroke or a sleeper agent, killer android, or plain old goddamn arsenic, how can anyone be that smart? How can anyone that smart be that dumb? How the hell did he ever sign his soul over to them? David may have been in over his head, but he wasn't a bad negotiator. I've read his contract. His position was strong. You're the lawyer. But a guy like me, working in music? Can't tell you how many people I've seen screwed over by a big smile and a fat signing bonus. No such thing as corporate generosity. If you think you're getting a good deal, it's only because you don't know how much you just sold. How much you just sold? David's real wealth lay in his intellectual property, the potential energy of it hanging over the whole industry. If he sued even 1% of the companies taking inspiration from his Turing solution, there's a clause in his contract. If Noble ever did fire David, he would have retained control over all his patents afterwards. Yeah, see, sounds nice. Only they never did fire him, did they? He just happened to die. An unforeseeable act of God. In contract law, they call that force majeure.
woof.
And that's where we're ending it.
Oh,
Yeah. Yippee.
on the fucking meme of the Rowlet holding its head in despair.
That's where we're ending
Oh.
it.
I don't even know if we're halfway. I mean, maybe we're like halfway now.
I mean, we're
but-
at the courthouse now, so now we have to get through the rest of the court, and I think it's gonna be because it has to be done in the court. There might be like a part 1, part 2 of this,
Oh,
but I think we're almost
Maybe.
done with episode 1. This is good.
Yeah, I feel like this might
I mean,
be,
what else can they reveal?
This would be the second court day, and we're only on the first trial.
Yeah.
Oh God.
yay for women in murder and law.
boy. Oh boy! Yeah, for
Ah.
women in murder and law. Yeah, true. I'm surprised that Morgan hasn't killed any. Well, I guess it has only been 2 days. So I guess you wouldn't
Only
have
2
the time.
days, and we've been very busy.
Hey, you
That's-
never know. Maybe she did kill someone. We just
Yeah,
haven't
did-
seen it.
God.
Didn't she mention something about killing, letting loose some steam overnight? It had a little
Oh
splatter.
yeah, but that was before David called her. Yeah, that's true. So she did kill
There's no
people,
way.
but she hasn't killed. she hasn't killed anybody this weekend in the last 2
Yep.
days.
Congrats, Morgan.
'Twas another one of his AI babies that did the deed. 300 illegal AI. 300. Like I thought it was gonna be like even like 10. I would be like, damn, that's a lot. 300, bro.
God.
As a programmer, I don't like. I'm surprised that a
Oh
programmer.
my
Bro,
god.
get a hobby. Get a different hobby.
I think this was his hobby.
Yep.
No, get a different your job and your hobby. Get a different one, bro.
Good god.
He
Anyway,
had other hobbies,
You should have gotten into those ceramic collectibles.
like
like creating
like
AI in his
fucking
basement.
twinks.
Oh yeah, he did like, dude. No. It wasn't just fucking twinks. Remember, Charlotte did write man whore on his window. So
When
I'm
it kind of-
saying that Charlotte wasn't a female twink.
you know what? Fair enough. You know what? Fair enough. Well, like I think my biggest surprise for the day was not only was David creating 300 AI in his basement, but also, whoa, David's bisexual. I didn't know that. Why did this nerd have so much pull?
Yeah.
Hold on. Do I have anything?
Money and pretty hair.
Also, Sarah was not born from a woman.
His autistic Riz.
No, we already knew that Sarah wasn't born from a woman.
But now
She
we
was
know
born from
how.
a printer.
He was born from a printer, and
Oh.
like rock candy.
Rock candy.
Sweet and hard.
Anyway, thank you guys for
Is
coming.
it? Yeah. I was gonna say, isn't it fucked up?
Whoa, thanks
that-
for what?
All right, you.
I was just gonna say
Actually-
it's kind of fucked up that her nickname is Adonai and her given name is Evangeline, and it's like, damn.
It's fine. No one calls her Evangeline.
It's fair.
Actually, didn't we go over this earlier in the stream
What?
about white twinks and shares of women?
That's true. Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what? True.
And then you said you'd give me some, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
David wasn't white
No.
though. He was
Twinks
brown.
and-
It all comes
White
full
twinks and
circle.
what?
White tweaks and women.
Explain.
Anyway, I'm ending stream there. I
No.
will be back on
No.
Friday. We're ending the stream on
No.
white twinks and women.
What the fuck does that mean?
Anyway,
White twinks and women.
he wasn't white though. He was brown. He was very notably brown. He had a dead mom side ponytail though.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we'll finish this up on Monday. I look at Bean.
Yes. Yes.
I'll ask on the day.
Yes.
I'll ask on
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah.
But I'll be back Friday for sure. Maybe Thursday if I can think of something to stream.